can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Florida's offense will go on the attack first. Last time these two got together, Florida got to rub a little salt in the wound as they blew out the Noles.
Well, that was a statement win by the Gators, and I think that win really helped push a bunch of high school prospects that might have been considering both the Seminoles and Gators to Gainesville. That game had a huge impact this offseason for the Gators.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
He's got him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Gators are marching down the field. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Turning it off. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
And the Gators can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, it's Mung. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here up 4th.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. And they're not on the same page there. They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. 3rd down coming up. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
What a luxury luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Florida State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball if you're back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Pulls it in. It's Ellis.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Working the middle, it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Jennings. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
They'll give it to the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Mung. Snagged in the middle, it's Luna. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll try to sneak it. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that in the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double.
Breaks into the open. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Sends it back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Mung. A little release to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gators.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Catch in the middle. It's Williamson. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Finds his man, it's Bland. They'll immediately call timeout.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Second and long. Looking to fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner goes down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Gators and Noles. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this quarter.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Ellis. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Makes the grab. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
They'll run it from the gun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Seminoles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. To the air, it's Berry. Looking to get it in. Touchdown Seminoles! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a crease to the left. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Dropping back, it's Mung. Gets it out quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Gators are on the move. Send the tight end in motion. Using his legs, it's West.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he's looking really good.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking for a man. It's Mung. Finds his man. It's West. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. On the ground, it's West. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Now they'll try the right side. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Snaps it in the shotgun. Looking for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making the plays.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Williamson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
To the air, it's Berry. Quickly to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Montgomery. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Luna. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Mung. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
Got it! And he's into the end zone! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And the Gators have chomped down, and they put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the second half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying around.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Offense in an empty set. Wants to throw on first down. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Caught near the sticks. It's Williamson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle. It's Bland.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it. But some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been
converts on fourth down. Still going. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
No gain on the play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Noles headed quickly to the line. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock.
On the play. Brings up second and goal.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Delay of game. Offense.
A delay of game penalty is the last thing you want when you're in this part of the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Line getting set on second down. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Makes the grab on the shuffle. And that is how we will wrap this one up. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.